So the people of South Africa, they are feeling attacked by Andrew Tate because of one tweet that he tweeted about South African women. By the way, Andrew Tate is the well-known guy who many of the people have defined him as a misogynist, a guy who hates women. They've defined him in many ways. Some even go to the extent of lying about him and say he's a human trafficker, which that is something that was never won in the court. Presidents and presidents of different countries were trying to have a share to win that case against him, but they failed. He proved himself that he's none of that. They couldn't prove it, that is that. So you must be well aware that I'm an Andrew Tate fan, by the way. And yeah, I get it. He said South African women can't be trusted. Now the whole of South Africans, they're trying to act like patriots because they want to come together and fight Andrew Tate. Let me tell you something. I won't come to that party because of I want to be a patriot against Andrew Tate. Let me tell you something you don't know. Andrew Tate has done a lot for the young men of the world. The young men of South Africa, many of them, when they started watching and listening to Andrew Tate, they became better men. Many of them who decided to join his online school. Many of you don't know that online school. That's why you speak loosely about it. As we know, we were once there. That's why today we are the people we are. That's why we don't have to worry about making a job. That's why we don't have to worry about going to varsity, getting degrees, because we learned something in that school that many of you don't know. But it's fine. You will still criticize this because you are enrolled in the UJ, whatever. So you won't understand what we're talking about. We're talking about quality at the highest level. Never see us complaining about unemployment. You never see us complaining we want grants. We never do that. Because in that school, at first it was Hustler School. At first. Now it's called the real world. Hustlers University. The real world now. So we know that school. We enrolled in that school. I enrolled in that school. I put my friends on into that school. They learned something. Something that many people would don't even know. I won't even want to speak about these things here, because it's something I learned on my own. So I benefited a lot from knowing Andrew Tate. So there's no need for me to be crucifying Andrew Tate because he spoke about South African women can't be trusted. They can't be trusted, really. Many of you on a day-to-day basis, you're always speaking about South African women and how abanye bafuna mavuso, how abanye they can't be trusted, they're cheaters. Hey, like you always speak about them like that. Why is it that when Andrew Tate says it, he's a bad guy because now he's Andrew Tate, he's an American? He's right. They can't be trusted. Majority of these girls in our country, they can't be trusted. Many of the men are in jail today because of South African women were lying about some cases that were not proven, some cases that were falsified. Yes, I'm talking about these things of assault. Yes, yeah, those cases of sexual assault. Many South African women lied. Today, our South African brothers, they're sleeping in jail because of false charges, because of South African women. So I get it when he says, yeah, South African women can't be trusted. What's wrong with that? Yeah, many of them, they can't be trusted. Many of them, by a cheater, about chup, they prove this. About Joseph Tayari, they prove this on a day-to-day basis. These guys can't be trusted by a cheater. These guys will be much clubbing and be loose. So yeah. So what? What's wrong with saying that? What's wrong? No, the whole country's triggered now. We must come together. Hey, we must be patriots against Andrew Tate. Andrew Tate has done more for the world than you can ever do. You patriot, self-proclaiming patriots. It's done. You can't do what Andrew Tate has done to change the perspective of the world, to change the perspective of young men, change the perspective of young women. You will never do what he has done. Yeah, I know you're focusing on the negative side like you always do in South Africa. That's what you all know. Focusing on the negative side. No, this man, he was accused of being a human trafficker. He was accused of being what a predator. Like, what is proven that he did it? He beat the case in Romania. They're trying to beat him now in Florida. He's beating the case because they don't have proof. So as you go with facts, you don't go with emotions. You are emotional, all of you South Africans, against Andrew Tate. But you're failing to accept that this man has helped a lot of young men. If there wasn't Andrew Tate out there, let me tell you, many of these young men growing up today, if Andrew Tate didn't appear in jail, many of them, I'm telling you, they wouldn't be where they are today. I'm just saying. So for me, and for what I've seen in public, and for many of my friends, he has done a lot for us. He has done a lot for us because us were one of the few people who took the risk and joined his school. While many people were speaking bad about his school, his online school, we took a risk and joined that school. And the information we got there and the things we got there, yo, today, my friends, there's no one of my friends who can ever complain about unemployment. Today, there's no one of my friends who can complain that I don't have a plan as to what to do online, what to do in real life, what business idea to do, whether it's online, whether it's trading, crypto. Got special information, like quality. Like those who know. Those who don't know, of course, they will be like, yeah, you must live and rotate. Go to varsity. For what? I've never complained that I feel like a lesser human being because of varsity. I went to varsity, was useless, but that school was more productive than varsity. I'll tell you now. So, me, I don't see any reason why we should be hating and rotate. I don't see any reason why we should be feeling so attacked because you say South African women can't be trusted. Like anyone can say that. I can wake up and say that. Like, am I a bad person because I say South African women can't be trusted? Many of the YouTubers, they speak every day saying South African women can't be trusted. Why? They have never been vilified. Oh, because he's in rotate. He's a well-known misogynist. Come on, man. That's an emotional way to counter his argument. Hey, as you won't do that, that's Skamachi, that's his spy. You emotional guys, you can do that. Tina nyege baba. And rotate, we know his contribution. He's done a lot. We know it. Those who know will know. They will comment here. Paramajita will comment other things. Just know on which spectrum, whatever. Do you just know which side of the coin they are based on how they comment about and rotate when I'm saying he has done a lot for Amajita? Based on how they comment, you will just know Alona, Ula, or Ula. Those who know what I'm talking about. Because, yeah, you know. But yeah, I'm sorry to the women of South Africa, though, who feel attacked by that. Because maybe you are not the women he's talking about. But for the most part, most women, they are what he's talking about. But if you're not what he's talking about, you're the most trusted women. I've never met a woman who's the most trusted anyways. But we still love y'all. We still take care of y'all. We still sleep in the same bed with y'all. We still trust you with our kids. We trust you with our personal details. We trust you because we're not holding that you can't be trusted against you. We know it's in your nature. But we still live with you. We don't shy away from accepting you, your love, from giving you our love. But it's not a problem to say you can't be trusted. It doesn't mean we can't love you. We can. We have loved many women, even though we know they can't be trusted. So it is what it is, ladies. Many of you even know you can't be trusted yourselves. You can't even trust your own friends. So there's nothing wrong, and Tate has said. I stand by the side of and rotate. I don't care who calls me what. I'm not a patriot. I'm a patriot. I'm whatever. I'm not in that business of being a patriot. I know my life. I know what I've done in the ground. I know my contribution to the world. My contribution is not for me to be a patriot. It's for me to speak the truth. And I'll speak the truth even when it's against the people who are emotional because they want to be patriot. Want to be patriot based on emotions. Be a patriot for real. Go change the lives of the people on the ground. That's patriotism. Go take the kids off the drugs and take them to rehab. That's patriotism. You want to be patriot on Twitter. Because Enrotate said women are sugar. But it is what it is. Thank you very much.